This time in my video I will explain you about the theoretical models hypothesis. There are 5 hypotheses from the core of the second language acquisition theory that underlies the natural approach. I consider the implication of the theory to several issues: second language aptitude, first language interference in second language performance, the role, routines and patterns, individual variations, and age differences in second language rate and attainment. Okay, the theoretical models hypothesis. There are 5 hypotheses. The first of all, the acquisition learning hypothesis. The first one is via language acquisitions, that is by using language for real communication. Language acquisition is the natural way to develop linguistic ability, and this is subconscious process. The acquisition learning hypothesis claims that adults can still acquire second language. The ability to pick up language doesn't disappear at puberty, as some have claimed, but is still with us as adults. The acquisition learning hypothesis doesn't imply necessarily that adults can acquire perfectly or that they can always achieve a native level of performance in second language. And next, the natural order hypothesis. The natural order hypothesis doesn't state that every acquirer will acquire grammatical structures in the exact same order. It states rather that, in general, certain structures tend to be acquired early and to be acquired late. The natural order hypothesis has been confirmed for a variety of structures in child first language acquisitions. Brown charted the growth of 14 grammatical morphemes over time in 3 children, a longitudinal study, and found striking similarities in order of acquisition. Okay, then the monitor hypothesis. This hypothesis states that conscious learning has an extremely limited function in adult second language performance. It can only be used as a monitor or an editor. The hypothesis says that when we produce utterances in a second language, the utterance is limited by the acquired system, and our conscious learning only comes into play later. There seems to be 3 requirements that must be satisfied in order to use the monitor successfully. Number 1, the performer has to have enough time. Number 2, the performer has to be thinking about correctness or be focused on form. And number 3, the performer has to know the role. And next, the input hypothesis. The input hypothesis claims that listening comprehension and reading are of primary importance in the language program, and the ability to speak or write fluently in a second language will come on its own with time. The input hypothesis states that in order for acquired to progress, to the next stage in the acquisition of the target language. They need to understand input language that includes a structure that is part of the next stage. And finally, the affective filter hypothesis. The research literature indicates that certain affective variables are related to the second language achievements. Performers with certain types of motivation, usually but not always integrative, and with good self-image do better in second language acquisitions. Dulay and Bird have suggested that attitudinal factors may relate to second language acquisition in the following way: performers with optimal attitudes have a lower affective filter. Well, I think that's all my explanation of 5 hypothetical theories of how adults acquire and master a second language based on experimentation and observation. And this is the end of this video. I am Sartika. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.